Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Bob Pivot Courts on the beautiful campus of Coon Rapids High School for CTN's live broadcast of girls tennis. The Coon Rapids Cardinals are taking on the Tornadoes from Anoka. Howie Shapiro courtside, along with a very, very special guest, Bobby Miller. Bobby is a coach for the boys program here at Coon Rapids, teaches as well. He's the woodshop teacher, I believe you told me.
That's right.
And he played tennis at Spring Lake Park. Graduated 2010, so he's much younger than me, and he was all conference. Bobby, welcome. We're really happy to have you here join our broadcast.
Oh, pleasure to be here.
Finally, a great tennis mind to join join me here on the broadcast. So we're getting ready to broadcast first singles here. The first singles match will feature for Coon Rapids Gabby Newton, and for Anoka Macy Score. The Cardinals come in with a 0-12 record. There you see Macy, and Anoka is 1-8 on the season. Coach Stork told me, Bobby, that he's never been at this position where he's had a team that was 0-12.
Yeah, he usually has a very wonderful program, and this still is. I think they're going to turn the season around, and I think it'll happen today.
Well, let's hope so. That would be great. You know, we're gonna cover the first singles and the first doubles like we always do, and players are warming up, getting a little time in before they're going to start their match. So I know you don't have involvement with the girls program, but talk a little bit about what you do with the boys squad.
So with the boys last spring, I was their additional coach. I was the fourth coach, and I was primarily with the varsity with Coach Stork, which is a role I've never been in. I've coached at several different other schools and programs, Anoka including. But never really at the varsity level. So it was really good to see how Coach Stork runs his program. Very impressive, very crisp and clean, very respectable. And I think that's why his programs are always a success.
We're underway here in first singles in the far court. Macy Score. I believe that first return by Newton was out. That's a double fault. The one thing we always talk about here, and players don't announce the score. So if you're not paying 100% attention, which happens most of the time with me, I kind of lose score of where the match is at the point.
Well, I've noticed that they will announce the score, but they'll whisper it.
Yeah, it's impossible to hear. Her first service long.
Another double fault. Sun and wind are a factor today, that's for sure.
It is definitely windy, and it'll be interesting to see how these players kind of adjust to using the wind. The last time we did a match was against Champlin Park, and Champlin's #1 singles player is one of the top girls in the state, and Gabby played her tough, but it was really difficult for her because she was so good, and she did a really nice job of getting that win. That was a beautiful shot by Newton.
Yeah, wonderful backhand. I've been noticing that as they've been warming up. Her backhand is really on fire today.
See it again, and just a beautiful backhand, not able to return. That return short into the net. Yeah, when I asked Coach Stork his record, and he said 0-12, he kind of kind of a sheepish grin. He says, "I said, you've never been here, have you?" He said, "No, I have not."
Yeah, I was pretty surprised as well, but this is a younger team.
Yep.
They're rebuilding, and I think they got a lot of good leadership, like Gabby here and their other captains.
Yeah, Zoe Sheck is a captain. I know Brooklyn Neighbor is a captain.
Yep, there's that wind.
Yep, that wind definitely took that shot. And I think Newton had a fairly nice sized lead at first, but I think it's
Must be a deuce right
must
now.
be now. It's got to be deuce. You are correct. It's like you played the game.
A couple times.
Oh, beautiful pass shot. That was really nice.
Good strategy on a day like this with as windy as it is.
Yep.
Keep the ball low. Just put it where the she is not.
Well, yeah, and it really it forces you to change your game a little bit at a time when you're dealing with a wind like this.
Good second serve.
Yeah, beautiful second serve. Difficult for Newton to return. That one's going out. So it must be add score.
Add Anoka.
Yep.
This could shape up to be a pretty long match if this is how every game is going to go. Could be in for some fun tennis.
We could be in for some fun tennis.
That was a
That's out.
great
Yep.
return. Great return by Gabby. Kept the ball deep. Put it right at her feet. How to return something like that?
So as you can hear, it's add out. She kind of forced that one to her feet, and she couldn't return it.
Yeah, good point by Anoka there.
Yep.
Got to the net, closed out the point.
On it, and it escapes you from losing your first serve too. Now we're back to deuce. Anoka trying to get the first game of the first set here. It's a double fault. Goes back to deuce. Yeah, you know, you're talking about the wind, but the heat's quite bad here today. It's hot and it's humid. And we'll see, conditioning come into play especially as the matches go a little bit longer.
Yeah, I think that'll be a big factor today. The sun on us, the
Yep.
wind on us, dry us out quick.
Yep.
Oh, good net play.
Yeah. Again, that return was a little bit shallow. It's not quite as deep as she wanted it to be, and just a really nice play at the net by Macy Score.
Great placement. All right. two can play at that game.
Exactly. Good job rushing the net, and that's this little soft shot back over it. See, again, just a good shot on the return and making sure she came to the net, got where she needed to be, and score couldn't get to the ball.
Looked to be a little long. Double fault, add Coon Rapids.
Nice first service, but again, she approached the net, and she is going to get the first. Gabby Newton will get the first game of this first set.
That's big, especially as many deuces they had.
Well,
I lost
yeah,
count.
well, and you break your opponent on that first game, and it becomes your serve. You have a really good opportunity to go up 2-0.
Yes, absolutely. And both girls getting some water, well
Yep.
deserved.
Yep. Yeah, that was a pretty long first game. We have such a great crew here at CTN, especially the camera guys out in the heat. Dave Immy across the way doing a phenomenal job as always. He paid me to say that. Double fault. You know, Bobby, we talk all the time when we're doing tennis about the difference in first and second serves, and sometimes your second serve is you're just hoping to get it over, and so somebody who has two nice serves, somebody can put a second serve on with some pace, really can do well.
Oh, absolutely. It's a big advantage.
Yeah.
It's a big advantage. I think it's a professional stat, but on second serves, the returner wins 80% of them.
Yeah, I would not be surprised. What was your strength? What was part of your game?
Well, I've played primarily doubles at
Right.
the varsity level, and I was a two-sport athlete. I came in after doing hockey, and I was a goalie, so I was good reaction
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
So at the net, my form wasn't always as crisp as it could be, but I was able to block the ball back.
Because you had that goalie mentality. My partner Joe would get along very well with you because he's a hockey guy. That's his number one sport.
Yeah, well, it's pretty. I guess I don't know how many Coon Rapids girls are also hockey players, but they turn out to be great tennis players.
Yes.
With that reaction time, the athleticism, and just being in the state of hockey.
Absolutely.
They're exercising all winter long, so they're not
Well,
just sitting around.
when you play hockey, you have to be well conditioned.
Yes, absolutely.
And his son, Joe's son, was also a goalie that played here.
Really?
Yep. He graduated last year. Yeah.
Tennis a little bit more of a lifelong sport.
It really is. That and golf are the two sports that you can probably play into your later life.
Yep. Wow, what a good shot.
Yeah, that was nice.
Stepped into a shot, put her body weight into
Yeah.
it. Well, that's textbook right there. So the serve is back to score. It must be
2-0.
2-0.
Yeah. That second game went as quickly as that first game, or as slowly as that first game went, as quickly as that second one went here.
Yeah, well, encouraging to see that
Yep.
we're holding serve.
A little pace of play.
Yes.
and tennis, especially when you're playing singles, is such a mental game.
Oh,
And
yes.
you can really get into your own head when you're not playing well, and then it kind of builds from there sometimes, especially on your service game, especially when you're not hitting serves. You get frustrated, then you just try to basically force it over.
Yep.
There's a double fault.
And sun certainly a factor on this side.
Yep.
But you're absolutely right with the mentality of tennis. There's a book that Coach Stork recommends. Oh boy, I'm blanking on the title, but it's almost like the Bible for Coon Rapids tennis.
Okay.
He's got 9 copies in his room.
Oh, wow.
Hands them out to students like candy. It's
That's
really
great.
good. And
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah. And it was always described to me that tennis singles specifically is like boxing at 90 feet.
Interesting.
And I'm a big Rocky fan.
Yeah.
Movie Rocky. And in the Rocky movies, they say that the biggest opponent you faced is the one looking at you in the mirror.
Right. That's true.
So a lot of times they're competing against themselves more so than their opponents.
It's a nice point by Gabby.
Good serve.
Yeah, and then just a miss hit there. Here comes that wind again. Feels good. It feels good when we're sitting here in the heat. It feels good when we get that nice burst of wind, but can't be great for the players.
I agree.
That one's a little bit long. And Score really needs to win this this service. She does not want to go down 3-0 giving the serve over to Gabby Newton.
Good point from Anoka.
Yeah, that was actually a really nice ground stroke. And she's going to get the win, so she will not break the second time. And players are going to get a little sustenance, something to drink, with a 2-1 lead for Gabby Newton.
So it was true for the boys. I'm not sure if it's true for the girls, but Coach Stork always said part of their uniform is a half a gallon of water.
Yeah, well, I'm sure.
Come in handy on a day like today.
You got to stay hydrated. It's really important, especially when you can cramp up real easily.
Yeah, hard to play with that.
I'm a big proponent of pickle juice.
Pickle juice.
I don't know if you ever heard the way to get rid of cramps is to drink some pickle juice, and it is very true. It works. And it works fairly quickly, because I guess maybe all the sodium in the pickle juice, but it's a great cure for leg cramps.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How do you treat the stomachache that follows, though?
Well, you don't drink a gallon of it. So you mix it. Drink a little water and a little pickle juice, and have a hamburger, and you're good.
I think I'd prefer the cramp.
No, pickle juice isn't bad. Take it from me. I've used it. It's when I don't know if you ever had a bad leg cramp. You probably
yes.
Over the years. It really, and that's not fun. It really does a nice job of taking care of it.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah. So if you're ever in the tell your wife when you come home, make sure you have a lot of pickle juice in case you get cramps.
We'll keep it on hand.
Yep. And we got the football team watching here. Just practice behind. And of course, right to our left is we talked about is Zahn Nienaber and Zach Nienaber. Zach, the father of Brooklyn Nienaber, and Zahn, the grandfather of Brooklyn Nienaber. Both coaches on the football team. Zach is the defensive coordinator. Got a big game tomorrow night against Buffalo. Just now. Oh, that serve must have been out. I thought the service was in because originally that return looked like it was going out and the wind blew it back in.
Well, an extra challenge with the sun on this side and the wind coming right at you, so you're got to add a little bit more power, but you're hitting into the sun where you're not always able to see.
Well, and Gabby's got a really solid backhand.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Football team is excited for a Cardinal.
Absolutely. Why not?
Point.
This is obviously, because you're teaching Cardinal Nation, and we are one team, and it really is that way. All the student athletes support each other. It's great.
Absolutely.
I love to see that.
That's a great school culture here. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's we've been a part of it, as I mentioned, for a long time, and this is really, Coon Rapids is my second home. I spend a lot of time out here, and I work with all the coaches and all the athletes, student athletes, and it's a lot of fun. That shot is long by Macy Score.
Looks like we dropped that service game.
Yep. That must be 3-1.
I believe it's 2-2.
Oh, did she win that? I thought that was out, that last one.
Could be, maybe. Let's listen.
I don't think she's going to announce the score. You can hear the football team over there supporting this tennis squad. Oh, that one. So Truck is telling us that the last point was won by Coon Rapids, so it is 3-1 in favor of Gabby Newton.
Awesome.
That was out, I believe. I don't know when was the last time the tennis team had that much support on the side cheering for him. It's great. I love it.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Usually don't get that kind of a turnout to a tennis match. It's usually just the parents.
Yeah, we'll add a different element to your game.
Nice return. It was low. Just got it over the net, and Score couldn't get there to return the point.
Another great backhand rip.
There's head coach Scott Stork talking to Gabby Newton before she heads back to her first singles match. I believe she won that one. I believe it's 4-1 now in favor of Coon Rapids.
Yep, you're correct.
So a nice start to the first set here for Gabby Newton, up 4-1.
Always difficult changing ends on a day like this with the wind.
Yeah, it really probably don't get to the second set before you start figuring it out a little bit.
Yeah. And in singles, it's different. You got to serve on each side
Yep.
and return on each side. Whereas doubles, you can kind of specialize if you're not particularly talented serving into the sun
Right.
or serving with the wind. You can kind of strategize that with your teammate, your partner. But in singles, you're all off on your own.
Yeah, I mean, having played doubles as long as you have, and it's definitely communicating with your partner is so important. Just on switching sides of the court. And
Oh yeah, absolutely. Who takes the ball down the center and who's going to serve? You know, it's truly something.
when you played at Spring Lake Park, did you have one particular team that you played against that you always wanted to beat?
Well, our rivals then were Totino Grace.
Yep.
We did beat those. We beat them to secure our conference championship in 2010. That was really probably one of the highlights of my athletic career because I was the 4th point.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't know it at the time, which is really an exciting thing about team sports or team tennis, where you're playing the best of 7. So every match is important.
You know, it was probably good that you didn't know it at the time because that would have put a little added pressure on you. So just play your game and you know, get the win, and didn't realize actually it was because of you. You got the 4th point and secured the win for the squad.
Yes. Yep, extra element of fun. Good rally.
Yeah.
Looks like Gabby's figured out the wind at her back.
Well, that's a big part of it. Is just figuring out the wind and how you can play your angles.
Yep, she seems to be liking it on the serve.
Well, she's going to win that one, go up 5-1. An opportunity to break service for first set win.
Wind is blowing balls from all over.
No surprise. It looks like doubles team is taking practice serve, so they're going to get ready to start here shortly. And we'll switch over to them in a while. That's good. That's where you're going to earn your chops now when we go over to doubles, because that's where you excel. So I'm counting on you.
I hope I live up to your expectations.
I'm sure you will. More than you can only know.
So I know you told me when you played, were you doubles or singles?
I was doubles. I think I played third doubles, so I was just fair. But we had a good team. It was tough to break into that much of that, and that was fine with me. I just wanted to be a part of the team and play.
So someone just whispered in my ear, what kind of a racket did you use?
So, so I had a Dunlop Max Ply wood racket strung with catgut.
Wow.
And then I also had a Wilson racket, also wood, strung, just regular string. And then I went to what it called a Wilson T2000, which was actually a metal racket that was really popular back in the day. And then as I got a little bit older, I ended up getting a graphite racket. I think it was a Wilson as well.
I believe our our JV coach from the boys' side uses the Wilson T2000 still to this day.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, it's the icon of the JV squad on the boys' side.
Well, it was, and it made this really interesting sound when you hit the ball.
Oh yeah.
So that's going to give the first set win to Gabby Newton. She will take that one 6-1.
Fantastic.
Yep.
I believe it was the last 5 games she won.
Yep.
5 in a row.
Yep. And you know what started out as a really long first game, the rest of the match went fairly quickly. So you had mentioned this could be a really long one. Well, she got to 6-1 relatively quickly for starting out with that long first contest.
Absolutely.
There's head coach Joe Evald from Anoka talking to Macy Score after she dropped that first set 1-6. We talked about they did get their first win of the season, looking for win number 2. Zonni neighbor to the rescue. Got the ball stuck from the fence.
Well, you don't see that very often.
No, not that you can't get it out. Doubles team still warming up as we got a bit of a break here between the first and second set and first singles. Get ready to back into this and start set number 2 for first singles. Gabby Newton will start with service.
Wind pushed it a little long.
That was a nice second serve.
Wow.
Oh, nice return.
Great angle. Shot like that is hard to see. You got to really have some tennis instinct to know that that shot is there and know to go over the shortest part of the net right down the middle.
CTN's Dave Emmy does it all. He's the best camera guy in the business. He retrieves. He's a great ball boy, so he retrieves the ball. Nice soft return from Score and made it difficult for Gabby Newton to get to the ball. You see she gets this one and just going to put a little something underneath it.
Especially difficult to accomplish with the wind at your back.
Nice job. Realized that Newton realized score was still at the baseline and just dropped a soft one over, and she's going to win the first game here in set number 2.
Hopefully that's an indication the momentum is continuing into this
Well,
set.
and now she's won 6 games in a row. They need to switch sides here before they start game number 2.
Yep. Always on the odd number.
Yep. Well, this is an important service for score. She doesn't want to fall down 2-0 after dropping the first set 6-1.
Yeah, to make it even difficult, she's serving into the sun and into the wind. Not to mention Gabby's on a roll.
Yep. This again, just a nice ground strokes, nice return there. Kept it low, just over the top of the net.
Smart tennis.
Yep.
Hits the high percentage shots, the shots that are most likely to go in and put their opponents on the defense. Oof. Oh, wow, 2 net cords.
Yeah. Sometimes the tape is your friend. Sometimes the tape is not your friend. That case, the tape was Gabby Newton's friend. She gets the point, and a nice congratulations from Macy's score.
Wow.
So it just hits the top. She gets it back, but just really a nice shot here on the backhand.
Yeah, absolutely. There's that backhand again. Our wrestling coach here, Coach Tronson, do you
Yep.
know him?
Very well.
He plays pickleball with us in the mornings, and whenever that happens, he hollers, "Clean living."
Clean living. I like it. I'll have to talk to him tomorrow about that,
Yeah.
because he's the PA announcer for football, and
Yeah.
so we make it a ritual every year. My partner Joe and Adam and I take a picture and we post it of the 3 of us. It's tradition. He wasn't at the opener.
Oh. Well, I believe he just got married this summer.
That's where he was. He was getting married.
Must have
That's a
been.
little more important.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Oh, we switched over to doubles. Anoka in the far court, the doubles team of Alaya Arndt and Cameron Zimmer. Zimmer serving. And they are taking on Lily Newton and Zoe Scheck. That's Cameron Zimmer right there.
Cardinals off to a good start, taking the first point off a double fault.
I return not able to get over the net by Scheck. Zimmer serving to Lily Newton. Newton can't get her backhand over.
Little Australian I formation on Anoka's side.
First service long. I didn't know that's what it was called.
I think it goes by a few names, but I know Anoka is known for implementing that I formation rather early in the season, and not surprised to see it here.
Double fault by Zimmer. Good return.
Looks like that first game goes to the Cardinals.
Yep. Gabby Newton's up 3-0 in set number 2.
Looks like good sportsmanship at the net. Girls from Anoka, girls from Coon Rapids. Smiling, talking to each other.
Yeah,
Nice
absolutely.
to see.
Absolutely. And there's no reason why it shouldn't be. I mean, this is certainly a friendly sport. It can get heated a little bit, but
Oh yeah.
so Zoe Sheck is going to serve first here for the Cardinals doubles squad. And that return by Sheck is out. It's long.
Good rally though. Fun point to watch. Good movement from both sides. Just left it a little high and the wind carried it.
When you were playing doubles, did you do behind the back signals to your partner?
Oh yes, those are critical.
And what does that usually entail? What does that signify? We never did that in high school.
It's going to tell your partner who's serving if you're going to poach, which is running across this to the center
Yep.
of the net to try and catch that return, or if you're going to stay, or if you're really advanced, you're going to tell the server where you want them to serve it to in the service box. So if you have a serve that you can hit either corner or right down the center to the returner's body, that's what you're communicating to your
Gotcha.
partner right there.
Okay. See why we brought you on?
Well, thanks.
You're breaking down the signals of doubles tennis. I like it. Double fault by Sheck.
Yeah, the communication looks really strong between the Cardinal girls.
Yeah, and you can see you can see Newton's hand behind her back, signaling to Sheck before she serves. Oh, nice play at the net.
Great shot. That's the ideal doubles point. You have a strong serve. The return is left high for that net person to just put it right in a high percentage spot to win the point.
That one a little bit long. That's going to give the game to Anoka. So we're tied at 1 here in set number 1.
It's a right idea from Zoe moving in like that,
Yep.
taking the ball out of the air. It's a shot that you want to see them lose because that's being aggressive assertive at the net and going after the opponent.
Now, Leah Arndt serving for Anoka.
Great return, catching that back.
Yeah,
baseline.
just caught the back line. At first, I thought that was going to maybe go out.
Great closeout shots.
Yep. Tough for Zimmer to get that one back.
Absolutely. That's one thing Coach Stork is really good at coaching, is those closing shots, because it's one thing to be able to rally, it's the next thing to be able to close out the shot.
Service a little long. Oh, nice shot by Sheck. She pushes it to that far corner.
Good serve from Anoka.
Yep. It was good serve, and not much she can do, and she pushed that one along. It's a nice serve.
There it is again. That serve out wide of the forehand.
I think we're going to take a jump back to first singles. It's 5-0 in favor of Gabby Newton. We're going to see if she can close it out. It will be an opportunity to see if she can win this one 6-1, 6-0 if she can get this last game here in set number 2. She's done a nice job here in this contest. She's really controlled it. So she's won the last.
That would be the last 10 games.
Yep.
It's
impressive.
No cakewalk though.
Yeah.
This is on Anoka's serve.
Yeah, especially when we thought it's going to go a while.
Yeah, that first game was an indication that it would be a lot closer than it has, but we shall see.
Well, and Gabby's in a great situation serving for the win.
Oh, Anoka is serving.
Oh no, that's right. I'm sorry. My bad. So Anoka's in a great situation of keeping this game alive with the service.
Well, good to see Gabby is still, looks like she's still pretty fresh.
Yes. It's smart. She realizes her opponent is playing back, and she just puts a little English on that return, and it softly goes over the net.
English. That must be a pool term, huh?
Yeah, English for like a little backspin. It's in the same ballpark as catgut.
Oh,
I don't know if you ever played with a racket strung in with catgut before, but
nope.
it hits very little differently.
I can imagine.
And the surprising thing is, I graduated high school a long time ago, and it's still in good shape now. I haven't played with it, but I still have it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty neat. I do admire the days of the wooden racket because being the woodshop teacher, it's just nice
You
to
should
see.
maybe do a project. Make a tennis racket, a wood tennis racket. That could be a good project for a class for your class.
That would be a good idea.
We're gonna make a wood racket. Have you ever strung your own racket?
No, I haven't. I know Coach Storick does it, but
Yeah.
no, I've always either had a friend of mine do it or have it done at Pitt, Public Indoor Tennis. But what's pretty neat is Coach Storick does string a lot of the player rackets.
So when we played tennis, our home courts, there's tennis courts at Lake of the Isles in South Minneapolis, and those were our home courts.
Yeah.
So we had our tennis coach made us jog down to the tennis courts from the school. We never took a bus because it wasn't that far.
Good.
And we got our workout in going there and our workout in going back.
Yeah.
In addition to all this tennis we played.
Absolutely. So how many courts did you have?
I think there were 6 courts.
6 courts.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we had at Spring Lake Park my first 2 years while I was there.
I believe it was 6.
Definitely an advantage for the Cardinals having as many courts
Yes.
as we do.
That one hits that's when the tape is not your friend. It hits the top of the tape and bounces on your own side. I think that was it. That was a quick one. So a 6-1, 6-0 victory for Gabby Newton here in first singles. We're going to switch back to doubles, where I believe the score is 2-2 here in set number 1. With Lily Newton serving. And the old dreaded double fault.
My partner and I in high school, we would call that a warm-up serve.
Oh, really? Just kidding. It's a just kidding serve.
Yeah.
So you told me that you're still friends with your doubles partner from high school, and do you guys ever get the old band back together and play a little doubles?
You know, we don't. No, we haven't played in quite some time, but he's. We still keep in contact.
Yep.
He's my insurance agent.
That's what you said. Yeah.
So I actually talked to him late last summer, and it was good to catch up.
Another double fault.
Looks like good rapport between the girls, talking each other up after a hard shot.
Well, yeah, and that's important.
Oof. What a return.
Nice, very nice return. That will give the game to Anoka. Now they'll lead 3-2. If that scoring is correct, but they're not.
Must be 2-2.
Must be 2-2 now.
That wind blowing the scorecards is pretty typical. What's wonderful, though, is that despite not having wind screens, we have the opportunity for so many of the parents and fans to watch the games.
Nice shot, finds that back corner.
Good point. Both Cardinals finishing at the net. Great return.
Yeah, tough point at the net. Puts it into the net. Sheck tried to put it down the line with some power, but mishit.
Great return. Fantastic defense by Anoka. That's exactly what we want to see for Cardinal doubles is good deep return on the return. You and your partner getting to the net.
Yeah, good strong play at the net.
Closing out the point.
Yep.
Sometimes just the presence alone of you and your partner at the net can add that element.
I agree.
Mentality of you're not going to be able to hit it to them. You almost have to hit it through them or around them.
Well, Cards get the break to lead 3-2. And they will have service here to see if they can win service and go up 4-2. Get a little bit of a breathing room between themselves and Anoka. Kurt Walrath, the activities director, is here to our left. Of course, he's everywhere. We got volleyball going on tonight. We have soccer going on tonight. It's always wild here at the complex. Lots of activity. Now I can see how that wind takes the scorecards.
Can be a bit misleading at times.
Yeah, now it says 2-2 again.
Oh no.
Zoe Sheck going over to fix it. We'll see how long that stays.
Great serve.
Yeah, again, what do you think the percentage of games won when you're serving? So did they ever figure that out?
Boy, I don't know.
Typical? I don't know.
The wood shop teacher, but I would say you should win on
What does
your
that
serve.
mean? You're just the wood shop teacher.
We don't deal too much with percentages.
No, I suppose not. But you deal with angles. And
oh, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. And I suppose we do with different waste factors, things like that. But well, I guess I've never put much thought into it, but it's the expectation on your serve that you're going to win that game. And if you don't, it's going to present challenges for you later on in the set.
Serve a little bit long. Double fault. So what's the project that the kids are working on in woodshop right now?
In our cabinetry classes, we build the end table for
Okay.
the introductory project. It's pretty popular, small end table. We're actually debuting a new project because we're going to have to try to use less materials just based on the cost of lumber post-COVID.
Oh, I suppose.
But it kind of gives a nice opportunity because a lot of the students would say, boy, I just don't have room for it in my room because it's a considerable table.
I'm
the
sure.
top is nearly 2 feet wide by 18 inches deep, so it's a very wonderful nightstand. And most schools actually have this kind of project for their advanced level classes, but at Coon Rapids, I think it's important to get this skill set right away, and then we can go do more fun projects and more advanced projects in the later courses. But it's primarily the full trimester. We'll do a cutting board, and we've got 2 CNC machines that we can use so we can do other small projects.
Beautiful shot by Sheck there. We made the, you're going to see it here, just a really nice return as Zoe Sheck down the line. We made a gun rack / fishing rod holder.
Wow.
Yeah, you should have seen mine. It was just awful. It looked like a Picasso painting. It was just things all over the place.
What kind of wood did you use?
I don't remember. We're talking, this is in the mid-'70s, early 70s.
Well, do you still have it?
Oh, God, no. I sold it to the Smithsonian.
Well, I chose the end table project partially because it's a fun project, but also partially because it's a nice little rite of passage. In fact, in one of my advanced woodworking classes when I was in high school, I built a end table similar to the one we built here.
Okay.
And it's still sitting in my dad's living room
Very
in Spring
cool.
Park.
Very cool.
He's repainted and remodeled, and it still goes right back to where it was in 2010.
I like it. It's vintage. No, mine, the drawers weren't square. You know, it was tough to get the drawer in and out.
Yeah.
It was not a good project. I think my father kept it in the basement and said, oh, I can't find it any longer. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah, we try to make projects that go in the living room and not the garage, or
Yeah.
especially not the fire pit. That's kind of the goal here at Coon Rapids.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And we've also got exploring construction classes that I teach and enjoy that. We do primarily carpentry projects, but we have several units on plumbing, electrical,
Nice.
HVAC. We're
Nice.
getting a really good HVAC lesson this trimester because they're doing it right in our ceiling.
Oh, I love it.
So that's pretty fun to see. Yeah, I think I'll love it more after MEA when they actually install the air conditioning back.
Yeah.
in. So
I bet.
But good
Car-
real world.
Yep, Cardinals won that last game, up 4-2. Well, that's fascinating. That's great.
Yeah, thank you for asking.
Absolutely. I find that very interesting.
The ball was hit our, it's underneath our van at CTN. Howie's jogging to go grab the ball. Boy, he can move. It must not come across on the cameras, but Howie sure can move.
Yeah, for a 65-year-old guy, I'm like quick like lightning. That was the first attempt of throwing a ball since I've had shoulder surgery, so I'm fortunate that I got it over the fence.
It's pretty good. Good form.
Yeah, I had an incident a couple years ago, I think it was, at a girls' basketball game where they asked me to take a shot from half court.
Oh, no.
And I was doing an interview, and I thought, oh, they're all done. I'm out of it. They called me over, and in front of the entire school, I took a shot. As I'm taking the shot up, I popped my hamstring, and I fell on the court on my back in front of a packed gym. And of course, it was
cameras, were there?
Yeah, it was on film.
Oh, no.
And our guys played it in slow motion.
Naturally.
And multiple times, and I embarrassed myself greatly, but that's okay. I had to go to the trainer afterwards.
Well, did the shot go in?
Oh, not even close.
Oh, okay.
Then I attempted 2 more, which I probably shouldn't have, and made it worse.
I'm really really sorry to hear that.
And then, thank you. And then I retired my my half-court shot skills.
Stick to the slam dunk contest, Howie.
Yeah, well, I won it 3 years in a row, so I couldn't do it anymore. They retired me. They retired my number. Well, the funny story is one of my coworkers found it online, and he sent it to my sales manager. And we had a sales meeting, and right before the sales meeting, said, we're going to watch a little video first. And nobody knew what it was, and it was me falling on the court. So I get to relive the wonderful experience.
Oh yeah. Oof. Good attempt. So we had the right idea.
So that will give Anoka the win. That'll make it 4-3 in favor of Coon Rapids. Here in set number 1.
I think the girls have a really strong net game. They put a couple into the net, but they have a really good foundation, really good fundamentals. Coach Stork is famous for saying go short to short, which means the gal at the net, whoever's taking that ball at the net, is going to put the ball at their opponent who's
Okay.
at the net, who's short.
Gotcha.
So it's a short shot, short reaction time for that opponent to try and get their racket behind it to return it back. So it was a good idea. And I'm sure they'll start executing here soon.
Oh, I'm sure of it. So Newton will start service in this game. Backhands by Arndt is long.
Good rally. So far it's been fun tennis to watch. After coaching the boys, I haven't been around it too much. I've watched a little bit of the U.S. Open.
That was a nice
What
service.
a serve. They might have called it out.
Oh, she did call it out.
Must have been close.
Looked in,
Yeah.
but I'm a homer. That was a nice play at the net by Arndt for the point. I remember when I played, I had those classic white tennis shorts.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what we wore.
I'm really curious if there was any footage of it or any pictures taken. But
No, there's drawing on cave walls somewhere, but but no actual film. It wasn't
On
invented
cave
then.
wall.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, I don't think they ever filmed anything then. I don't think there was really ever televised sports for that part back then on the high school level.
A shame.
Yeah. Yeah, 8mm was the real popular thing back in High School.
8mm. What is
Or
that?
Super 8. That's a type of film it was. It was
Oh.
8mm, and then they went to Super 8.
How many millimeters are your cameras running now?
I have no clue, and I'm not sure I'm sure it's measured in millimeters at this point, but you'd have to ask either Josh Udvig or Neil Hennon. Josh would. Josh just screamed in the truck. Millimeters.
Must have switched to standard.
Yeah. Yeah, remember, we're back in the days of the Polaroid.
Polaroid.
Polaroid pictures. Which at the time was brilliant.
Oh, absolutely.
The pictures weren't very good quality, but it was a brilliant technology because you could have your pictures instantly.
Oh yeah.
You didn't have to take it to the Photoshop to have them developed.
A good doubles point.
Yeah, really nice, really solid. Good play at the net by Zimmer. That wind just...
That moved that ball considerably.
Yeah.
Still good positioning by Coon Rapids, though. She was closing in on that ball. Our girls just backtracked back to the baseline and dug in, and even if she did return it, I'll bet that we would have a good shot of putting it right back in play.
Tough that hit, that bounced pretty high. That was a tough return for Sheck.
Great angle by Zoe. See, she was almost in the middle of the court as that ball went out wide. Exactly where she needs to be.
Cardinals trying to break serve. Go up 5-3. And they don't, and it's 4-4, and tied it. Anoka just tied it up at 4-all here in the first set.
Might have
oh no, it's 5-4 Anoka. I'm my bad. I miscalculated a game. Yeah, as we always, Joe and I talk about, it's Minneapolis math. 4 and 4 equals 44. So Anoka will try and break serve here for the win. The first set. Cardinals serving to stay alive here in game one. First service is a let.
Wow, great serve and great placement.
Yep.
Just catching the back of the line.
Yeah, just a little loft under that on the backhand. First service is long.
Good passing shot.
Yeah, really nice, and not much that Newton could do about it at the net.
She was in good position. That's just a good,
Yep.
good shot. It's a low percentage shot from Anoka, but every once in a while you get one. Another great placement shot by Zoe.
Yeah, and she put it to a spot in the court where Zimmer just couldn't get to it. Oh, nice shot. Just finds that back line. That's out. Must be at out, yep.
Set point.
Oh, nice shot by Sheck. Brings it back to deuce.
They're not out of it yet.
First service long.
Go, Anoka!
That one is out. It'll be back to add out for opportunity to get the first set for Anoka.
Good return.
Yeah, and that's going to do it. They're going to take the first set 6-4. Kind of back and forth all game. some of the fans here, and even the young fans coming out to watch some tennis. Maybe a future tennis player.
Great tennis community here under Coach
Yep.
Storick.
Yeah, it's always been a really strong program.
In the spring, he does Little Cardinal Tennis, where he invites kids of all ages out, and the players are involved. A lot of the girls are out.
That's great.
Yeah, it's wonderful to see.
Coach Stork coming over and talking to his doubles team of Newton and Scheck. As we're getting ready to start set number 2 here in first doubles. I'm not sure what the score is overall. Got a couple matches still going. Like 3, I believe. We know the Cardinals have at least 1 point. I think his brief talk with the players is over, so we'll see the second set here start momentarily. Coach Stark always teaching.
Words of wisdom, that's for sure.
Yep, always a little instruction.
Nice to win the first point on the first point of the set.
Not sure where the ball went. Apparently in a place where kids can't get it. I don't know. You'd think you could just grab another ball from somewhere and not have to worry about the one you lost, but. I'm not sure where the ball went to.
I thought it's not going to the bleachers, but.
Well, yeah, but there's plenty of room to get underneath the bleachers from this side. I'm just not sure what happened. No, we got another ball. I'm assuming there's not for a lack of tennis balls here.
Oh, no.
All right, we are back to action. First service long from Zimmer. Good strong net play by Scheck.
Now they're finding their rhythm. off to a good start.
Yep.
Second set.
Point in the ball into the net, so Cardinals get that point.
Good.
So the Cardinals are going to win game 1. We'll see if the Cardinals can come back here in set number 2.
Okay.
Well, Bobby is going to be leaving us. Bobby, thank you very much for joining us, and I will finish up in your stead.
All right. Well, thank you.
We appreciate you coming out and offering your wisdom.
Yes, my pleasure. I hope to be back.
Now everybody's going to turn it off now that they know you're gone,
No.
so they'll have to listen to me the rest of the way.
Maybe my dad. That'll be about it.
Well, thank you very much. We'd love to have you back if we need to. We'll reach out to Coach Stork, and if you're available and we need somebody, we'd love to have you back.
I'd love to.
Thank you. All right, so we will finish this match up here in the second set. You're going to be stuck listening to me and me only for the rest of this this contest. Well, we certainly appreciated Bobby coming down and sharing his tennis knowledge. And we had talked about at the top of the show that he was a 2010 graduate of Spring Lake Park High School, all conference in tennis. Now he coaches on the boys' side of the program. Also a teacher here at Coon Rapids, a wood teacher here at the high school. So we appreciate everything he has to offer. And that nice service there, hit long by Arndt. Cardinals with a 1-0 lead here in set number 2. A beautiful play at the net by Arndt as she's able to split the middle for the point. Newton's first service is wide. Second one right at the line. A good shot by Arndt. Strong play right at about center court. A little bit of a conversation between Sheck and Newton before. A little strategy here. Oh, it is 1-1. Missed a point. My apologies. So Anoka able to break service up 1-0. one's going to go long. Turn, I believe, a little bit long. First service in the net. Good second serve, and that one is going to be long. That game will go to Anoka. So now Anoka's going to, after dropping the first game of the second set, takes the next two to make it 2-1 as they switch sides. Get a little drink and talk about things as Cardinals will try and get back into this one, just down 2-1. We are about to get away here. 2-1 in favor of Anoka. Cardinals with the serve. Zoe Sheck will serve for Coon Rapids. Looking to win this service game and tie it up at 2. This will be a big game if Anoka can break service here. Then they go up 3-1 and have a little bit of an advantage with serve. So an important game here for the Cardinals. And a really nice play at the net by Lily Newton. She's able to range to her right. Nice little soft poke over. No way for Anoka to return. Good service. And then again, just really strong net play. Hits it right at the feet. Not much they can do about it, and they get the point. A beautiful play by Zoe Sheck. Coming off that nice service, approaching the net, then winning the point for her team at the net. So again, good return. And a couple of plays at the net, just solid play. No opportunity for Anoka to get to that ball. And a good opportunity for a winner there by Newton, but puts it into the net. Really nice serve. Oh, she said it was out. And a miss hit by Zimmer as she pushes it long. double fault for Zoe Sheck. Couldn't tell if that one was in or out. I don't know if the guys in the truck can confirm whether that was a point or not for Anoka. But I think this is the last match here. Again, I'm not sure what the score is in terms of total points, but it's coming down to first doubles here to finish the event. And that one is long. Yeah, good play at the net there by Zimmer. Just that return, perfect opportunity for her to slam it. And that will give Anoka the 3-1 lead. So you're going to see there's the return. A good shot deep, forcing that, that play at the net. Zimmer puts it away for the win, makes it 3-1. So they break serve. They get an opportunity with service here to try and increase their lead.
Team score 3-3. Hey, I know the team score for the total.
I don't know if I heard somebody say team score was 3-3. I don't know if Dave Emmy confirmed that or not, but if it is, he did. So it's 3-3. So this is where the match will lie on the outcome of this first doubles contest. Yeah, just a miss hit there. First service out for Anoka. Nice second serve. A good return by Sheck. Nice play at the net by Newton. You can see that point going long. First service wide. Oh, nice shot. Is able to get that over and find that back corner for the point for Coon Rapids. Cardinals doubles team of Newton and Scheck trying to break service here. Already down one set. First service a little wide. Service a little bit long. Service just a little long. Second serve coming up here for Zimmer. Point. Anoka point on that one. I wasn't sure if it went long or not. I couldn't see. Double fault. I believe that brings it to, I believe that's at out now. And Anoka was serving. Got opportunity for the Cardinals to try and get this point and win the game here. That's out. And that will give the game to Coon Rapids. They're going to change. I believe that makes it 3-2. So they both squads get a little instruction here before they pick up this match. 3-2 here in the second set. The Tornadoes won the first set 6-4. Up in the second set 3-2. So you can see Coach Stork talking to Sheck and Newton. But where they are in the match, it's 3-2. There's plenty of opportunity here. A lot of instruction here from Coach Stork before they get back onto the court. Cardinals will serve, trailing 3-2. That first service a little bit long by Lily Newton. Oh, nice play at the net by Zoe Sheck as she pushes that net play in, that volley into Zimmer. Not much Zimmer, puts it right in the middle of her body. Not much Zimmer can do to get that one over, and that's the point for the Cardinals. Miss hit on the service by Zimmer. And that one's long, so that is a double fault. From Lily Newton. And a good play at the net. And Zimmer not able to. That volley was pushed to the back line, and Zimmer not able to make the return. Point for the Cardinals. A solid return on service and a misplay at the net by Zoe Sheck gives the point over to Anoka. A really solid volley by Zoe Sheck as she's able to put a nice angle on it. No opportunity for Arndt to get to the ball. You're going to see it here, just a good play. She kind of angles the shot coming up here. And again, Arndt not able to chase it down and gives Coon Rapids the point. A really nice service from Lily Newton. Handcuffed aren't not able to make the return. So that puts the score at 3-3. The Cardinals doing a good job of coming back here. Again, trying to stay alive in this one. Arndt with the serve. That return is wide from Newton. Oh, just a miss hit by Lily Newton at the net. Had a great opportunity to put away a slam and not able to do so. Oh, beautiful play by Zimmer. Just a soft little touch for a volley for the point. Again, look at the, again, just a tough shot to get back over the net, but then an easy play for Cameron Zimmer. And then a good job at the net by Zoe Sheck, and Zimmer not able to get to that one. That gives the points to the Cardinals. Just kind of got flat-footed there. And then again, really nice net play by Zoe Sheck. Good return by Sheck on a nice service. Again, solid play by Sheck. Zimmer with a nice opportunity there to keep Anoka alive here in this game. So add in now. And that's out. And that will give the game to Anoka to make it 4-3 in favor of the Tornadoes, with Coon Rapids with a change side, but Coon Rapids will have the service. You see that return by Sheck is long. And now opportunity for Coon Rapids with the serve to see if they can tie it up at 4 apiece. Coach Stark going to come over and have a few words with his first double squad. trying to stay in this match. Dropped the first set 6-4. Down in the second set 4-3, but with service. Wind has been playing effect all afternoon long here at Bob Pivot Courts. The Cardinals and the Tornadoes having to adjust on the fly a little bit on how they play their game with taking the wind into factor. Coach Stark talking double strategy. And Zoe Scheck will start this game off serving for the Cardinals. First serve is wide. Oh, beautiful play by Zimmer. Beautiful shot down the line for the point. And this is a big game for Coon Rapids because now they're down 4-3 with serve. They do not want to lose this service game to go down 5-3 and give Anoka the serve to win the set. So this is an important one for the Cardinals. Good service by Scheck. Nice switch by the Tornadoes. And that one's hit long by Zoe Scheck. That's really a nice point, and that time Zimmer's going to push it long. Good volley back and forth between both squads. Oh, good thought by Arndt, but just couldn't get it down the line. That's going to tie it up at 30 deuce, 30 apiece. Really solid serve. And again, that's going to go wide. Good thought by Zimmer as well, but all of a sudden the Cardinals are 1 point away from tying this up at 4. That one is long. So we are back to deuce. First service a little long. Just a mishit there by Scheck. Had the makings of a pretty good point there, but just couldn't get that one back. Now we are add out. Ooh, That service didn't miss by much. And then just a miss hit at the net by Lily Newton, and that's going to give Anoka the game. Make it 5-3, and an opportunity to serve for the win here for the Tornadoes. Cameron Zimmer will do the serving here for the Tornadoes. See if they can close it out, which would give the win to Anoka 4-3. That return is long from Newton. That return is long from Sheck, so it's going to be 30-love now in favor of Anoka. 2 points away from capturing this one and the win for their squad. A little bit wide. Good return there by Newton. This certainly has been a pretty good match. It's been close. And that's a double fault. That's a tough double fault for the Anoka team. First service is long. Really nice second service because she pushed that wide to the service court and really made it difficult for Lily Newton to get to the ball. And once she did, not easy to hit a shot like that. As you can see it going wide and keep it in the court. First service into the net. And that's a double fault. Tough situation for Anoka, and they get an opportunity to get up and see if they can capture the win. A couple of double faults so far here in this game. Oh, what a beautiful play at the net by Arndt. I mean, no opportunity for Newton to get that point. You see a good service, gonna take a high bounce, and there's Arndt with the angled racket for the point. Oh, really nice serve there. And that's the serve for the win. And that's going to give them the win 6-3. And Anoka with the 4-3 win to drop the Cardinals to 0-13, 2-8 now for the Tornadoes. But that's a well-fought match by both teams. Anoka's going to take that one 4-3, and I know Coach Stork scratching his head looking to try and get that first win here of the year. It is not going to come. But what is going to come, upcoming coverage for us tomorrow, be there. Buffalo comes into Coon Rapids to take on the Cardinals. And then Monday, for our first look at the volleyball team, the Anoka Tornadoes will come into the Roger A. Carlson Fieldhouse to take on the Cardinals. And then again, football the following Friday on the 16th. Big one, Elk River coming to town. But that's going to do it for us at CTN. We certainly appreciate everybody watching. For Bobby Wilson, who had to leave early, for Neil Highlights Hennon, and Josh Udvig making a rare appearance, and the rest of the crew here at CTN, want to thank everybody and have a great night.